The mystery of Eileen Farrell's legendary operatic soprano and gutsy contralto has been mystifying audiences for 5 decades. She is known as one of the great opera divas of our time. But popular music remains her first and last love. Born into a family of vaudevillians, Farrell began her classical career with her own CBS radio show. In 1960, the curtain fell 22 times after her stellar debut at the Metropolitan, while critics stood stunned as her first jazz album, I've Got a Right to Sing the Blues, caused heads and turntables to spin. At age 73, she's retired from live performance but keeps busy in the recording studio. She's released 8 albums in the past 3 years. Her latest collection of standards is simply entitled Here, and I'm pleased to have her here with us today. Welcome.
Thanks, Charlie.
Great to see you.
Thank you very much.
Let me just go way the heck back to
Sure.
Your parents were theater people.
Yes, my father started in vaudeville when he was 10.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't even have movies then. They were
Right.
slides, and he was a boy soprano, and he sang for the slides in the theater.
Now, they wanted you in the business, or it was just
No.
inevitable?
They had left the business long before I was born,
Yeah.
but I'm the youngest of 3 children, and I could sing. So my mother was the one that gave me the push.
Yeah. She basically said, you've got a gift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened then? When did you sort of know that you could do this?
I never really knew. You know, I was having such a good time, you know, just going to school. When I graduated from high school, my mother said, now we're going to go to New York because I think you should study music.
Right.
Well, that was great. I mean, the fact that I was going to New York, that was the big thing.
Right.
That I was going to study music, that was okay too. So I went.
Would have been my attitude too.
Well, you know, of course I was 19 at the time, and so I went to New York and I started to study with a woman that my mother had studied with the same teacher. Well, that's very complicated, but anyway, of course, and I had to get a job in order to stay in New York. Yeah. So I auditioned at CBS to sing in the chorus.
Right.
And they gave me a job singing in the chorus, and 2 months later, I got my own half-hour program with the CBS Symphony.
And what did you just were part of the symphony, and what did that? Go ahead.
No.
So, what did that do for you?
Well, it opened. I mean, everything snowballed from there. You know, because in those days. That was in 1940-41.
Radio was it.
It was it. It was just marvelous, you know. I mean, if you did something that went to the coast, you did it 3 hours later.
Yeah.
You know, and so from there, everything sort of snowballed, and people wanted to know, what do I look like, you know? And I had a big following that I didn't even know about. Yeah. You know, because it was strictly radio.
And they didn't see. So when you walked down the street, nobody knew this was Eileen Farrell.
No.
Mabel Mercer was...
I adore her.
Why?
Oh, she was so wonderful. She taught me so much that I'm doing right now. Not only right now, but when I was in the opera and doing concerts, it was her words. Her words were so important. And that's what it's all about.
Lyrics.
Lyrics. Pronouncing the words. How many singers today do you know what they're talking about? Very few.
Who does it among male singers better than anybody?
Oh God, I don't know. Yeah. Probably.
They used to say, and among popular singers, they used to make this point, having nothing to do with the pipes, as singers say, but that Sinatra had this wonderful sense of the lyrics and being able to take phrase a lyrics to give it.
That's right, phrasing. Yeah. And Mel Torme does the same thing.
And what do we mean by that? I mean, what is it people that are really good? You, and in terms of popular music, Torme and Sinatra, what do they do with lyrics?
Well,
what do you do with lyrics?
What I do with lyrics is that I see every word I say.
See?
I see. Yeah. I really see every word I say. How many times in your life do you have a chance to say gossamer wings?
Yes.
Right? And it's a wonderful word, gossamer.
Yeah.
You know, and no matter what I say, I really see it.
Yeah.
You know?
But what about a word like love?
Oh, you can do so many things with that. Yeah. Lots of things with love. And you just sort of, you don't sing on the, you know, like if you're going to, you look at the music and in the wee small hours of the morning, you know, that's the way it's written. But you don't sing it that way. You've got to sing it like you were speaking.
Like?
Because I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
In the wee small hours of the morning. You know, you're telling a story, and it's the words that tell the story.
You taught at Indiana University.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. What's the difference in those that get it and don't get it?
The popular music?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's an awful thing to say, but either you have it or you don't.
Right.
Either you can do it or you can't. It's something you were born with. It's nothing you can learn. I did have classes of vocal jazz out there, but I couldn't teach these young people how to sing jazz. They either had it in them or they didn't. And my best students were the students from the theater, because they were thinking of their words. They didn't have great voices, but they could sing, you see. And then the students that were studying voice, they think of their voice first. You can't do that. You can't listen to yourself when you sing. You're going to hear it, but you can't concentrate on it.
You can't listen to it.
No, you can't concentrate on it, because if you do, you're concentrating on the results.
Exactly. You got to think. You got to think about the next lyric rather than the former lyric.
Right. And so, therefore, if you are thinking about your lyrics and what's coming next, because you're telling a story, and everything has to be phrased correctly, you know, that it's a wonderful thing to be able to do it. Because my big problem is I love to sing.
Yes,
I really do.
But did you love it when you were at Indiana and they had and everybody wanted the people who sang to go into opera? You weren't crazy about that notion, were you?
Not really, because out there they taught opera in English.
And that's not good?
I don't think it is. English is a very hard language to learn, to sing, very difficult to sing. And
opera should be sang in Italian or what?
Whatever it was written in. French, Italian, German, you know, and when you do Parsifal in English, I mean, it loses a little bit. May I say it loses a whole lot.
Yeah. But you were never bothered. Why did you want to make what's now considered crossover?
Yeah,
you don't like the word at all.
Who ever heard of the crossover? Yeah. You know, somebody said that I was the queen of the crossovers.
That's what they did say,
my dear.
You thought they were talking about something else.
Oh, I tell you, I was flabbergasted.
But the fact is that you loved popular music.
Yes, well, I always have.
Always have.
Always have.
More so than opera?
Oh, no. See, no matter what I sing, I love to sing. Yeah. And it's like you say, well, what's the best? What song do you like best on your album?
Yeah.
Well, when I'm singing that song, I think that's the best. And then when I go to the next one, that also is the best. You know, I like whatever I sing. I love it.